So over by Calabash Bay here would be our main beach, where would be a lot of activity. You would have the people who sell the fresh fruits and vegetable. And they used to have the people coming from the mountain and their donkeys. Yeah, and they would bring all the fresh fruits and vegetable down. And then you have the fisherman, and the wife of the fisherman would buy those fruits and vegetable and meat from them. And then those donkey people would have take the fish back up into the hills and sell it house to house, pound by pound. So it was always an exchange between the fishers and the farmers. Yeah. And then on the other side you have Great Bay. Frenchman is on the other side, and then Billy's Bay. So Cheddar Beach is made up from 4 fishing beaches. And as I said, it was all about fishing here. Unfortunately, our fishing have declined. There's not a lot of fish anymore. It's what we used to have. So the fishermen that we have here now, it's less fishers and more fishermen going further out at sea to spend more time out there and still catching less fish. So we used to go for 24 hours or 12 hours. Now they're going out for 2 weeks, a week, and coming with less fish. So that's to tell you how much we have declined in the fishing. Yeah, but thank God for tourism. You know, this side of the island, we're doing pretty good on what we, me, would consider to be home of community tourism. Yeah, so it's not overpopulated with tourism. So we have farming, fishing, and tourism. And in my opinion, with 3,500 people, this is a good combination of what we call home of community tourism. This is what I would like to see moving forward. It's a good balance. You know, like youngsters behind me, I always said, you know, if I can leave my legacy behind for them to copy, it would be a great legacy to leave behind, because you want them to have an understanding of what home of community tourism meant to this community. And you know, to have that, to sustain that, is the love and the passion that I grew up with, is to have that continue. And the only way that can continue is to have everyone, each and every one, get a slice of the cake, whatever we have to offer here, whether farming, fishing, or tourism, to make sure that we have a slice of the cake. And that's what you call a true community. So the kind of tourists that we have come to Cheddar Beach, like just now getting off my boat, we have those people that have been coming here for many, many years. And they look forward to seeing people like me and the rest of the community, because they now don't consider to be tourists anymore. They become a part of the community because they've been coming here for such a long time. You know, and this is what meant a lot to this community. You know, they walk down the street, they can say, "Hi Tom, how you doing? You having a good day? Good to see you again." And they will say, "Welcome back to Cheddar Beach. It's such a pleasure to have you." You know, these are the kind of stories that we love about Cheddar Beach, and you know, our visitor love it. And then the school, the visitor that we have come to this community, they care about the school, they care about the kids, they care about the church, they care about the health. You name it, they care about the farmers, the fishermen. So it's not a typical tourist that come to go other places in the world and just be there for the sun, the water, and the food. These people come here because of the people that we have here. You know, so it's a very exciting time of the year, especially now. And you know, when you talk about dental treatment that come here, people who bring dentists come here, people who bring eye doctors here, the clinic, you know, music, history, and it's always an exchange program. So when you talk about, you know, like what Eric and Janet is doing now is just amazing for this community. Can you imagine a community with 3,500 people having their own clinic? Yeah? Can you imagine the love and care that we already have, how much that would add to it? You know, and then also for the benefit of the tourists who come here, if God forbid and something should happen, those tourists could just go around the corner and their health will be taken care of right off the top. Rather than driving from here to Black River that take you half an hour and you probably have to wait another 2 hours before you got through. Or if you go to Mandeville, that's 1 hour away from here. You know, to have our own clinic, it would be fantastic for this community. And I am so looking forward to having that clinic. You know, it's something when I heard, the more I hear about it, it's the more I get excited, it's the more I want to see it. If my head hurt me, I can run into that clinic. You know, if I'm driving my boat and God forbid one of my guests get hurt, there's a clinic next door. And I think it's what, you know, it's a blessing in the sky to have something like that. Yeah. You know, it's, you know, when we talk about tourism and, you know, the fishermen that, still fishing for this community. Like I went out today. Yesterday I could go to the beach and I could buy some nice lobster and nice fish from a fisherman to prepare for my guests that I went out with today. So without the fisherman, I couldn't survive. You get what I mean? The product that I use from the farmers, without the farmers, my business couldn't grow the way it is today. So it is a balance between the three of us. And it is a respect that we all have to respect each other. So I respect the farmer respect me. I respect the fisherman respect me. And it's always that turnover. And it's a wealth for this community, and it's happiness for this community is to see us work together as one community, as one people, and to make sure that everybody is happy and every kids go to school. That's what's most important. And it doesn't make sense my child go to school and your child is not going to school. That's not community. Community is when everyone is surviving and making a living and can smile and talk and share each other problem. And whenever time there's any issue, we can always talk about it, discuss about it, and reach out for each other. And that's what I love about this community. You don't find this community just about everywhere else. It is an amazing community, and I consider to be very fortunate, to be very lucky and blessed to have this community to call my own. And I love it, and I respect it, and I respect every tourist that walk up into this community because they care about our community, we care about them. And it doesn't get it better than that. So now we are approaching Frenchman. So this is Frenchman's beach here, and this is another one of active beach here as well. And if you notice along our coastline as you come along here, you don't see no high-rising building, no massive concrete. We all build within the concept of what the community is known for. You saw this boat to load and look on the boat compared to Philippine were empty. Still stand up. You see the back ahead? Yeah. Back up. So this boat you see here, that box is all filled with ice. So they're taking ice from here and they're going out to the Pedro Keys. So they're going 65 miles from here south, and they will go there and they will buy the fish off the fisherman out on the Keys, and they take it back here. And then you have the people that will come here on the beach, buy the fish off the fisherman and take it to the house up into the hills and sell it house to house, pound by pound. Yeah. So they will go for a couple of days and then return back home. Yeah. Yes, the South Coast is known to be, at times we have rough sea. We are known for that. And with the rough sea, what we have is a strong undertow current from time to time. Unfortunate people who will come and sometimes, unfortunate think that they are good swimmers and know that they are good swimmers. But, the current, as I said, is very strong. And people will get in the water and find themselves in difficult. And yes, we have people who get drowned here. Yeah, we got people who almost drowned and been rescued from the locals. I can't tell you how many locals have saved people here. And thank God for the Black River Hospital, that from time to time we have to rush people to the hospital for emergency, such as someone almost drowned and you have to rush them there. Now, to have a health clinic here, that would be extremely well to have that here. That would be a big benefit, as I said, and health on a whole. But also we have to consider about if someone almost got drowned and you can take them 5 minutes to a hospital or 2 minutes to the hospital to a health clinic rather than driving half an hour to save someone's life. You know what I mean? And our road condition here is so bad from time to time. So that, it's half our way, but there's times when it can be up to an hour, depends on the road condition. So to have a health clinic here in Treasure Beach is a wide benefit to this community and a whole. And not just to the immediate Treasure Beach community. I know for sure that we're going to have people from outside of Treasure Beach who will be coming to this clinic for that benefit as well, because our hospital here is the emergency section is so overpopulated. I must honestly say. So our health clinic here in Treasure Beach, if when and how we should have one, is going to be a benefit to the wider Treasure Beach community as well. So it's not just Treasure Beach. So it's a great, great thing that, and I mean, when you talk about health, we all have to get sick. You know, I am here now healthy. Who knows what happens in the next hour from now? So to prepare for health, to make people better and well, what more can we want? Yeah? And that is the true side of a community, is to have our clinic. And I just want to reach out to that clinic and hug it when it gets here. And I can't wait to see it. And God bless the people. And I said love and happiness to those who are all involved in it and want to see this happening in Treasure Beach. I'm very grateful for those who put hands on it and thought on it. God bless them. Walk good, the word is love.